I turned 61 this year.
I got your feet.
And I was a singer. When I look at Dad and Mom's life with their kids, it was the singing first, and maybe because that was easiest to do when you needed to corral 4 little kids, right? And then there was sports, and then there was travel, and then there were grandkids, and then there was dancing. And so I was the era of life that was about singing. But before I start in, and I'm sorry this is taking so long, but you only get one chance to do this, so
that's right.
I'm going to go on a little bit too. But there are 2 elephants in this room today. The first one is that we're missing my brother Mike, and we have been for many years. I dare anyone to say that they don't have drugs or alcohol that is part of their family history. And that is the case for us. Christmas is never Christmas without him. Our family really isn't whole without him. And I know that that was one of the regrets of my dad, is that he never got to see my brother again. So, the moral of that story is make every effort you can and be careful what you pray for. Because what we prayed for was Mike to be sober, and I think he is, but he doesn't want anything to do with us. And I feel bad for him, yes, because we have a very rich and lovely community. Amen. Second, my dad had Alzheimer's disease. It's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people have it. Again, I'm really thankful that my mom kept my dad busy. I'm glad that he remembered how to dance. I'm glad that he wasn't angry very often. And it brought us some humor in the end. The best story of all at the end was that he was in bed, and it was the last week or so of his life, and he could still get out of bed to go to the bathroom. And so my sister Marty, bless her heart, and my sister Kelly, who's the experienced one, yeah, they were in there doing this train to the bathroom, trying to make sure that he could stay on his feet and get to the bathroom on his own. He says to them, as this is happening, "There's old people in the living room." It's my sister Whitney and I. So yeah, I was one of the old people in the living room. There are 3 things that stand out for me. Because I was the oldest and they were busy, I don't have the same kind of poignant moments, I guess, that Marty does. My dad was really humble. I think he was part priest. His calling and education found him. I don't know that he found it. Working with kids was his vocation. And for me, wasn't I lucky to be part of that vocation? Thomas Merton says that believers do ordinary things quietly. And that was my dad. He did ordinary things well, and he didn't cut corners. Dad was patient. They always say that you marry your opposite. Touchdown. I love my mom, and you know what? Dad and Mom kept every letter they ever wrote while she was in the military. And it's been so kind of lovely to be able to see those letters when they were in their 20s and early 30s. And you know, I always at times felt bad for my dad, nothing against my mom, but she could be wild, right? Especially when she got together with her sisters and her
yes.
And so I always felt bad for my dad, like he didn't know what he was getting into. And from the letters I know, he knew exactly what he was getting into. I think because you all recognize this, and I've said this to many people today, my dad died 18 miles from where he was born.
Yeah.
Yep.
So amazing.
And that keeper of place, that I swear he was born with an old soul. He got it. He got South Prairie. He got Wilkeson. He got Upper and Lower Burnett. He got Wilkeson. He he understood what small town life was like, and he worked hard to be a good representative of small town life, right? And above all, Dad was kind of the buffer. And this is what I mean about me. Being the oldest, you know, when you're the oldest in a family, you take on a lot of responsibility, and a lot was expected. And he was the quiet reason behind that. I expected a lot of myself, and he would say, oh, just forget about it. Just live your life. So my life with my father is framed with song. And I don't exactly know how it happened. I don't know if I could carry a tune in the truck. I don't know if I could play the piano at an early age. But what I do know is that for probably the past 5 years, at every holiday, I made sure I sat down with my dad and sang songs, because I was always afraid. It's like when you have little kids and you don't remember when the last time was. The last time I sang with Dad was Christmas. And all of these songs are his. And so this may be boring for you.
No.
But I'd like to sing a couple songs. When I was young, I'm probably the only one that remembers that Dad used to correct papers on New Year's Eve and smoke a pipe.
Wow.
And he always sang this song. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own. A doll that other fellas, yes, please sing along, cannot hear. And then those flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes would have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real life girl. So we always sang in the car. Don't be clapping because there's lots of them coming. We'd always sing. Dad had a variety of trucks. Like when I was in high school, the only way I could drive the trucks was we had a green Ranchero that was three on the tree.
Yep.
And the red one was 4 on the floor. And
Yep.
if you couldn't drive either of those, then you couldn't have a car to go to town. But when we went to Grandma Sleigh's house, he would always sing with us. There are a ton of songs, but I remember this one most of all. Hand down my walking cane. Oh, hand me down my walking cane. Oh, hand me down my walking cane. Gonna leave town on a midnight train. All my sins are taken away. Well, then, of course, we had to make stuff up, right? So if I die in South Prairie, oh, if I die in South Prairie, oh, if I die in South Prairie, ship my bones, COD, all my sins are taken away. Okay, then we'd get to Grandma Sleigh's house and we'd have to sing. Well, after I played Darktown Strutter's Ball on the piano, then I got to sing, climb, climb up Sunshine Mountain, heavenly breezes blow. Climb, climb up Sunshine Mountain, faces all aglow. Turn, turn your eyes up, Payville, look into the sky. Climb, climb up Sunshine Mountain, you and I. And Dad used to say that song at least was the church across the street. That song was consistent, and that's why Grandma Sleigh always had to sing that one. Then doing dishes, it was always, I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind to live in memory of a lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you, it's useless to say, so I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Okay, then there were the record albums. I think we all know, dang me,
Dang me,
you gotta take
a rope and hang me
high
from the highest tree.
Woo! Woman, won't you wait for me? Then there was Frankie Lane, come on kid, hit him with a left and a right. Come on kid, How are they to know it was a kid's last fight? How are they to know it was a kid's last fight? I had 3rd grade from Miss Lily. She was going with Mr. Schenenberger. I only know this because Mom and Dad knew both of them. She would let us bring record albums to school to play during recess.
Oh.
Yeah. Most of the kids were bringing Beatles, you know. I was bringing Skeeter Davis. I knew all the words. Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? Is you don't love me anymore? 2nd verse. Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars grow above? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love. And then, of course, there was, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Eddie Arnold, make the world go away. Get it off my shoulder. Say the things we used to say. And make the world go away. And then there's that old-time favorite. Please release me,
let me go. For I don't love you anymore.
Waste our lives would be a sin.
Release me and let me love again.
And there was always Bobby Bear. Abilene, Abilene, prettiest town that I've ever seen. Women there don't treat you mean. In Abilene, my Abilene, sit alone most every night, watch those trains pull out of sight. Don't I wish they were carrying me back to Abilene, my Abilene. I'm getting there, sorry.
That's great.
Oh, it's awesome.
We're with you.
Jimmy Reeves, put your sweet lips a little closer
To the phone.
Let's pretend that we're together
all alone.
I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down
low.
And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. If you want the answer, yes or no, darling, I will understand. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Mr. Macaulay, how are you? Pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend they're with you, he'll have to go. Then there's your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come. You're all night through. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you. Your
cheating heart
will make you weep.
You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep will come the whole night through. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you.
But it really came back to the cowboy songs.
Yep.
So Whit's going to help me a little bit because she loves a lonely cowboy with a heart so brave and true, and he learned to love a maiden with eyes of heaven's blue. And they learned to love another and named their wedding day. When a quarrel came between them and Jack, he rode away. There's always a death involved, always a death involved. Your sweetheart waits for you, Jack. Your sweetheart waits for you. Out on the lonely prairie, your sweetheart waits for you.
Oh, wait, we're not
Standing by my window yesterday morning, without a thought of sorry or of care, when I saw the postman coming up the pathway with such a smiling face and jolly air. He rang the bell and he whistled while he waited, and then he said, "Good morning to you, Jack." But he little knew the sorrow that he brought me when he handed me this letter etched in black. I told you somebody dies. And last but not least, and maybe the cousins remember this one. On a dark and stormy night, not a star was
a sight, and the north wind blew out and down the line. There's a heart so dear, so vacant and dear, the soldiers go of the line. It's the red leaf that's down lying there on the ground. Yes, and the race is very dead. And it's a soul of Christian message we sent the maiden thought that she was wed. There's a little white dome and a dead door alone, and lady happy by and by. So I'll leave it to you, so I know you'll be true till we meet at the golden gates of goodbye.
For those of you that have a pen, take out your pens. I want you all to have my phone number.
I already have
I'm
it.
not kidding.
I have it.
509-899-0944. We rely on this community to take care of my mom.
Yep.
She doesn't think she needs it, and God knows it's hard to give it. But if she doesn't show up at the senior center in Black Diamond or Buckley, or if she doesn't show up at the Eagles on Friday nights, I expect a phone call and I'm holding you all accountable.
Right on.
She is her mother's daughter.
Yes. 509-899-0944. We took too long.
No, you
It took
didn't.
too long, and I was supposed to give you times to talk, and I'm going to give you I'm going to ask you to do this. When someone dies, this time of life is easy. When everybody's hanging around and at the tables and showing up for the funeral, this is the easy time. What I'd really like you to do is save the stories and tell my mom the next time you see her, and take the time to let her know how important Dad was to you. Rather than get up in front of this crowd today, we know you're here and we feel the love. But honestly, take the time to tell my mom how important it was to have Dad around. Well, hello there. It's been a long, long time. How am I doing? Oh, she'll tell you she's doing fine. It's been so long now, and it seems that it was only yesterday. Ain't it funny how time goes away? Gotta go now, guess I'll see you around. Don't know when though, never know when I'll be back in town. But remember what I tell you, that in time you're gonna say, ain't it funny how time slips away? Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your dancing.